Bow. LOI, we in the building. Y'all know what's happening with us. Today we have a special guest. We're going to let him introduce himself.
What up, what up, what up? My name is Emilio Zapata. How you guys doing?
We chilling, man. Not to be confused with the Mexican revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Every
my
time-
God.
You know that?
Yes, that's funny because the amount of times that I've heard of this dude is
Yeah.
crazy because
Trying to search you up.
yeah, no. So I was doing a bunch of research on that guy, and he seems like pretty cool. So I'm glad to share the same name as you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
He
he's
sounded
cool?
like he was leading some liberation somewhere. I didn't do too much research on him because I was
Nigga
trying
like-
to find
Yeah,
out.
no. So he led the Mexican Revolution. So I like that he freed a lot of people.
Oh,
So
shit.
I
Hell yeah.
feel like we can kind of relate. And I think actually, in a strange way, I think he died on my birthday. Now that I think about it,
That's wild.
I think he died August
That's
16th.
wild.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, speaking of that, happy fucking birthday.
Thank you, bro.
I said the same thing. Yeah, happy
Yeah,
birthday.
appreciate
I literally
First
did the
time.
same thing. I was like, yo, it's your
time.
birthday.
Yeah,
Hell
today is
yeah.
my
My fault,
birthday.
We've never had
Nah,
a
it's all
person
good.
with a birthday on the show. It's like, should we got him a cupcake?
Yeah.
No, it's
I
all
don't know
good.
what
It's
to
all
do.
good. I'm drinking a birthday Celsius.
Hell yeah, berry flavored.
Nice and healthy and shit.
Yeah. Definitely healthy.
But hey, man, let's tell your story. Let's get into your
He's kind
childhood.
of like
Okay.
Tupac when you think about it. Tupac is also named after a revolutionary.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
you
like
ain't know
some
that?
Native American war chief or something.
Oh, really?
Hell
Yeah.
You in good company.
Yeah. So he seems cool. From what I was looking up, he seems like he did some good stuff.
You fuck with like that style of rap? Like a
Yeah, honestly, when I first started listening to rap music, like that, those are some of the first guys that I listened to, like all the old stuff. So like Tupac, Biggie, and all that. That was like my first rappers that I listened to. My favorite rapper is Lil Wayne, so that was like who I grew up on.
weed.
It's like I just like gained so much more respect for him. It's just like
Oh, yeah, that's
niggas
my
don't be
favorite.
saying their favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. That doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, he's the goat. Yeah, that's my favorite
Word.
rapper.
Over Jay-Z?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see Wayne or Jay-Z, it's like, fuck it.
Coke,
Yeah.
Pepsi. It's like you can't go wrong with
Yeah,
Coke.
yeah,
Biggie,
yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Now, so I don't really listen to like those guys a lot, to be honest. But Lil Wayne is definitely. I feel like I had my era with all that stuff.
What's your favorite Wayne tape?
Tape.
Yeah,
I would say the FWA tape.
FWA.
Yeah, it's like so. It's not even on the internet anymore.
I was about to say
Word.
shit, like some Dat Piff
Yeah,
type of shit.
and
Spinnerilla.
yeah, and so I have a lot of it like in my like email. So I just listen to every once in a while. I go back and listen to some of the songs on there. There's one song, Post Bail Ballin'. Have you guys ever heard that song?
Nah, I ain't
It's
heard
literally
that.
like some. I think the whole reason that it's not even up on the internet is something to do with him and Birdman, because that was like part of Birdman's.
Oh, some legalese.
Something like that, yeah. And but yeah, I swear that's like the best Lil Wayne mixtape ever. I'll play some of the songs or whatever that I have. It's like some.
Yeah, we might have to hear that some
Yeah,
exclusive.
he's a
Yeah,
true
yeah,
fan. He has it in his email. Like that's crazy. That's different. If I can't get it on SoundCloud or Apple, I'm just not gonna listen to it.
Yeah, right.
But I'm curious because like we was listening to your music and shit.
Yeah.
And like even Tone said like you have an acute ability to make a catchy tune and shit.
Yeah.
Like, where'd you get that shit from?
So, honestly, when I'm making a song, I look at that as like part of my duty. Like a lot of guys, I feel like say like make it seem like they don't really try when they go into the studio, but I really try. Like I'm trying to make a hit every time I go into now. You know, like if I want to be the biggest recording artist in the world, I have to make the biggest songs in the world. So I look at it as like a fighting world champion, or like LeBron James. Like from a basketball perspective, I'm trying to go in there and give my absolute best performance. I'm an entertainer too, not just a musician, you know.
Especially because it's like like you're a poet. Like you speak spells for real. Like every
Yeah, I try.
Like it's really important. Like do you try to you of course you try to watch what you say.
Yeah.
But like to what extent? Like do you degrade women? Do you
Yeah, are you worried about like woke culture and you're like, I don't say bitch?
Dude,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
I think that I think there's a line with everything, you know. But I definitely think from a business perspective, it's smart to be marketable to as many people as possible.
Sure.
The way I look at it is like, I don't want to piss off somebody that could be a consumer of my product. And so I try to stay like marketable, but at the same time, I think when certain people kind of get too like brand friendly, it's almost like not respectable in a sense and not really relatable. So I'm still myself, but I try to find, I think by now I've kind of found like a good boundary between like what's marketable friendly and then still having like some kind of edge to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like not too liberal, not too conservative.
It can get to the point where it feels fake. Like a nigga who
Yeah.
does a good job of that is Jack Harlow. It's like
Yeah.
he's cool. You could tell he's being himself, and nobody really has anything bad to say about him.
Right.
Like he's just cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's kind of like your ideal. It's just like, you know, likable to everybody. I'm cool. You know, I get the ladies.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the thug ass niggas.
Yeah, that's really just how I am as a person too. Like I feel like I'm a likable dude, but I'm still just like I'm relatable, just like you or anybody else in the world. Like just I'm still a little bit edgy at sometimes.
Yeah, I heard you was like the people's champ in middle school. Like you was the funniest nigga.
yeah.
Like
From what I
the
heard,
yeah,
he was just
yeah.
funny as
So
shit.
I see, like, you know, where you get your open, like,
Thank you.
confidence.
Yeah, thank you.
Your
That's actually-
conceitedness.
That's a funny point. That's a really good point. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, it took a long time because that's really me too. Like I just like I like to make people laugh, I like to entertain people, like you know, make people feel good. But that really took a long time to kind of like cross over from just being the funny kid and then into a respected artist. Like I have a really good story about that. When I was in freshman year, I put out my first song. And I'll never forget. This was so in all of middle school, I was kind of like the funny guy, you know, and I still am to this day, but it's more so a different level now as you get older and try to have like create a brand.
Yeah.
But freshman year, I put out my first song, and I'll never forget. Somebody came in the hallway at school, and he said to me, I'll never forget this. He said, "Emilio, I heard that song that you put out. That shit was funny as fuck." And I was like, and so he said it kind of like trying to be a compliment, but it kind of like took me back for a second. I'm like, what do you mean? And then so I was like, oh, okay, people don't take me serious.
Yeah.
Word.
So I had to really just, that kind of like lit a fire under me to, you know, establish myself as a respected artist. And now I feel like, you know, I feel like I kind of got that respect.
Yeah, it's hard, like as us as humans, we try to put people in a box and just categorize them as one thing.
Yeah.
It's easier.
It's human nature.
It's easier that way.
Yeah. That's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Yeah. And he said it like, he said it like it was a compliment. So I'm like, of course I dapped him. I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then I really thought for a second, I'm like, wait,
Like, nigga, I put my heart in this shit. Like,
Yeah.
shit ain't funny, nigga.
I didn't tell a single joke in this.
was that an insult or was that? I don't know.
Yeah.
So what went into the rebrand? It's like you decided to start telling less jokes. Like you had to be more serious in the hallways.
Nah, honestly, I think I just like I don't know. That kind of like teaches you what to like. I don't know how to explain it. Like it teaches you how to present yourself to other people. So
Word.
I kind of set a boundary between like, all right, I can't just be like a sarcastic idiot all the time.
Yeah.
Like I kind of, if this is what I want to be my career and stuff, I have to treat it like that.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of took like precedence and priority, is making sure that I'm creating like a brand and an image for myself as an artist. And that's what we did.
You a businessman.
I am a businessman. Yeah, definitely.
He's an image and likeness man.
Yeah.
For sure. How hard is it, like, as an artist to, like, create an image? Like, I be looking at Cardi like, yo, like, this nigga dead, he's a vampire.
And it feels like they go through like different cycles. Like you almost kind of constantly trying to find yourself. Like, who am I today? Like, today Cardi's wearing the veins and the face paint.
Yeah.
But it's like 2016 was a different nigga.
Yeah. I take a lot of pride in the fact that my image is 100% me. Like I never sat back and thought like, okay, I want to be this person. And I think that for everybody out there that is trying to be an artist, it definitely is very, very important to establish an image and not just be a guy that makes music. But I could definitely say confidently that I never once sat and tried to create some kind of like image that wasn't me. Just me.
Yeah, because it's like, and I get what you said, like back to what you were saying, because like when you're a funny nigga, like you could be the president. Like being funny, it's a
trait.
It's a trait
tool.
that only like certain people have,
Yeah.
and to be genuinely funny, not like let me laugh because this nigga like talking.
Yeah.
Not like getting laughed at, getting laughed with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be careful. There's a fine line.
Yeah,
Some
it's a
niggas are
fine line.
hilarious for the wrong reason.
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
can't get right.
Yeah.
But when did your music ear like come alive?
I would say since I was little, like I had so many different like influences as far as music. Like my mom was always listening to Prince and stuff like that. Like, so I had always like the rhythm aspect of it. My dad is from South America, Colombia. So I always had like a lot of rhythm in my ear type of thing.
Yeah, nigga, what are you?
Okay. So I'm for anybody that doesn't know, I'm half Italian and half Colombian. My mom's side is Italian. My dad is from Colombia, South America.
Zapata.
Where?
Yeah.
Zapata.
Yeah. Shit sound like a cuisine.
Thank you,
It sounds like some seasoning is in there.
Yeah,
It's in that
Zapata.
D there, yeah.
Pasta.
That's kind of crazy because when I first heard it, I'm like, I think he might be a Mexican.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. Everybody says that. That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
But I'm Colombian and half Italian.
oh, shit.
Does that
That's good to know.
influence? Did you grow up with like that kind of culture musically, like Colombian music, Italian music? I don't really know what that sounds.
Yeah, so for the Italian side, it was more so like just whatever my mom was listening to. So like a lot of funk type of stuff. That was just her personal preference. But for the Latino side, yeah, there's a lot of like Latino music in the background since I was like born.
Like what, like Santana and shit?
Yeah, type shit. Just like, honestly, I couldn't even really tell you. Whatever my dad was listening to, like just maybe probably older Colombian music.
Music is crazy because it's like you can go back and like jam to that shit today.
Yeah.
A lot of it is timeless. Like if it's good
Yeah.
music is always gonna be timeless.
Are you a sampler? Is what
I
type
will.
Of, is that a stupid question?
No.
Because it's like most music is like
Yeah, a lot. Some of the hits like that
There's
you
no
guys
stupid
hear
questions.
right now is yeah. There's no stupid questions. A lot of the songs that are hits right now are sampled, and so I'm down to sample anything. But I'm trying to think if there's any specific songs that I could think of. I don't think a lot of my music personally is sampled.
But do you even like respect that? I know I don't. Like I don't respect
Really?
Drake doing like Too Sexy for my shit. It's like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
That's a little. It's too sampled. Like he's sampling the beat, some of the
flow, the cadence.
It's like it's too much.
It's like,
if you just
yeah.
got that shit in the background and then you
Yeah.
put your own little spin on it, it's more respectable.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what though. That if that song comes on, I'm definitely getting down to that.
Of course.
That's
But-
why it's not
It's a
respectable.
vibe.
It's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Like, you
It is.
can't
It
not
is.
like
It is. It
but
is.
do you want to reach that level to where it's like you're doing that though? Like it's Drake we're talking about. He dropped Take Care.
Yeah.
Like, and he's
So
making way
far
too
gone.
sexy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Honestly, my goal may be a little bit different than like a lot of people. My goal as an artist is to be the biggest superstar on the planet. So if that means that, that'll mean that I'm like constantly, of course, being myself, but also want to appeal to the people
Like the way Drake did it.
in the way that Drake does. So if that means me, I don't necessarily think that means like me sampling a song in the way that like a Way Too Sexy is, but yeah.
And it wasn't really a fair point because he did that when he already solidified himself. It's
Right,
just
maybe,
like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I don't
He
really-
earned it on his own merit before he got to that.
you
Yeah,
know
for
what I
sure,
mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
international superstar, like that has to be one of like the biggest aspirations of artists have said here.
Yeah.
It's like that's a big ass goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say
Does
like,
it scare you a little bit sometimes?
no, honestly, that's like what keeps me alive like every day. I want to be like the biggest on the planet. Like I don't want to be like I like bigger than Justin Bieber, bigger than Drake, bigger than anybody. And that
Bigger
can
than
sound funny
Russ?
to whoever. Bigger than Russ.
Oh, shit.
A lot of people make music for fun, and so we'll see, you know. But like I definitely treat it like a sport. Like I'm an athlete. I think.
Yeah, I can like from this interview so far, I can tell he's got like some Kobe shit. You feel me? It's like he's up in the morning. He said he's up at 6 a.m. every day.
Yeah, when
That's
I
a
said
fact.
6 a.m. every day. He's
a
up
fact.
before the sun up.
when he told us at 2 p.m., can we do it earlier? I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. Like, we was late to this.
Yeah, it's all good.
That nigga just woke up.
Sorry, they got.
You still got crushed in your eyes and shit.
Hell yeah. Just got them fucking bitch. like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
shit.
definitely an early riser. So like my second passion behind music and like clothes and stuff like that is just like fitness and health stuff. So I'm always up at 6 a.m. like before the birds, either running or working out at the gym, and that's like another thing that keeps me in that mode, you know.
Does that come from your Hispanic father?
No, honestly,
nigga
well,
work
yeah.
hard.
In a way, it does for sure, but I think that just comes from my mindset. Like I'm
You
I'm
understand
competitive.
what this is.
Yeah,
You understand what
yeah.
you're doing it for.
And so to be in that mode where I'm addicted to winning, I feel like the best opportunity for me to win is to beat myself and win over myself. And I do that by getting up every single morning at 6 a.m. when I don't want to, and you know, and conquering myself first. And then I feel like everything else is a little bit easier.
Yeah, man. Shout out David Goggins. That's you.
Shout out David
Hell
Goggins.
yeah.
Shout out David Goggins. Stay
He
hard.
up running, nigga.
Shout out
Stay
David
hard.
Goggins.
Stay hard.
Stay hard like I'm on by
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up every single morning and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get up. And then I think of David Goggins. And I'm like, what would David Goggins say to me right now?
He ran 70 miles on 2 broken feet.
He would say, get your pussy ass up in that cold shower and
Yeah.
get started.
Yeah, that's another thing too that a lot of people may not know. I take ice baths every single day.
Wow.
How do, like,
Ice baths.
tell us,
That's beyond the shower.
Yeah.
It's ice bath.
Yeah.
tell us like day 1 to like day now. You feel me?
Of taking ice baths?
Yeah, like why did you first start doing
So I looked into a lot of like the health benefits of it, and from like a athletic perspective, it helps me recover from working out and stuff. But so there's the physical aspect of it, and then there's like the mental aspect of it, to where it's like just training your brain to do things that you don't want to do. So like I said, that makes everything else in my day seem a little bit easier.
People don't understand like you're not your body. Like
Yeah.
your body is completely separate from like what's really going on.
And I'll tell you what, if anybody out there is sad or depressed or heartbroken, whatever the case is, get in an ice bath, and I swear to God, you'll forget about it.
Health.
Yeah,
Worry
you'll
about
forget
that
about it.
health
You'll be
first,
so
yeah.
cold you can't even think about shit. And then when you get out, you feel a little bit better, you know? And like, okay, it's just training your brain to be okay and accepting of things that you don't necessarily want to do. And that helps me a lot throughout life.
Word. It's like you're not sad, you're just sick.
And it's kind of like, it's crazy because, like, do you think it's because of how easy our society is that, like, we have to go out our way to take an ice bath to just train our brain?
That's a good point,
Like,
because there's third world countries and places other than America where it's like certain complaints and little inconveniences that we have don't exist.
like,
Right, so-
if you was to tell, like, some Colombian kid, obviously I'm making a joke.
Well, yeah,
but,
no,
like,
no,
you
no.
sound
That's,
like,
I
yeah.
agree. That's crazy that you bring up that point, because I was literally just going to say, I have family that I could call right now that didn't have hot water until they were in their 20s. And so for me to wake up every single day, I see so many people on the internet every day complaining about the most frivolous, unimportant shit. They'll find anything to complain
I'm
about.
not
Like,
inspired. I'm lazy.
yeah, it's like
Just
you're in the
something I don't like.
yeah. And there's kids in Colombia that I've seen with my own 2 eyes that literally would just be happy to have a pair of shoes. So, and I know that may sound corny when you're a kid, but you get older and you really start to become more appreciative of things like that. Like, so that's why I try to, you know, purposely put myself through things that I know are going to be difficult, because I know that it's really not like it's on the smallest scale of things that are difficult in life.
Yeah, because 100 years ago, like, everything was difficult. Like,
Yeah.
everything was getting done by your hands. So it's just weird. Like,
And now we have kids that we live in a society where it's the society that gives a trophy for participation, and all these kids are growing up and trained to think that it's okay to just give in to your emotions and just quit and just quit and quit and quit, but you're not going to get anywhere in life like that. And I learned that really early on.
It's like we teaching them that the world is supposed to bend that they women shit. Like, second place,
yeah.
you was the first to lose.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna tell my son. Hey, nigga, you the first to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the world is so easy, which is good, but which is also a detriment. But
Yeah.
speaking of trophies, nigga, you won a couple. Carolina Music Award.
Yeah.
This is an award-winning recording artist on this couch right here.
Thank you.
It's like not to.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I just thank you. We won R&B Video of the Year.
What
For
video was it?
2022.
Sunset Boulevard?
No, it was Out the Way.
Out the way.
Yeah, so thank you to Carolina Music Awards. That was a blessing to be recognized for anything music-wise. I'm appreciative of that for sure.
Yeah. And people don't understand that you're 22. So
As of today, yeah.
a lot of the music you was making, you was a teen.
Yeah.
By, legally,
Yeah.
You was a teen.
Yeah, I was like 16. I think I made my first song when I was like probably like 15, 16.
Yeah, you said freshman year, right?
Yeah, and so that was like some early on stuff, but the first song that I ever made that caught a little traction was I was like 17 years old, and I put a song out called Conceited that a lot of people still listen to this day.
Yeah, conceited.
Yeah.
You feel some type of way about
Yeah, Conceited was the first song that really did anything for me. I'll never forget, I put that song out, and the next morning I woke up, I slept at my friend's house the night before. I woke up the next day, and I think it had like 5,000 streams. I thought I was Drake. I really woke up the next day and I was
The
like,
man.
okay,
The
we can do
man.
something. In my head, that's how it's always been. I was always like inspired by my own progression. If I saw that I got 5,000 streams from that point, or even when I had 500 streams, that you couldn't tell me anything. Like if I had 500 streams, I was guaranteed that I could get, okay, 5,000. Once I got 5,000, I'm like, okay, I can get 50,000. If I can get 50,000 people to listen to my music, I can get the whole world to listen to my music.
It's Zapata versus Zapata.
Yeah.
He's just trying to
I was
fight the
just
nigga
about to
from
say it.
yesterday.
I was just about, you're your only competition.
He's really
Right.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
really
Kobe Bryant is a big inspiration for mine in that aspect, and a lot of those guys that you see that are at the top echelon of whatever market they're in, that I feel like is the most pure form of like competition is competing with yourself. And I think a lot of people get too caught up in comparing themselves to everything that's not them. But I promise, if you just view yourself like I got to beat the guy from yesterday, you'll be much more productive.
It's like you have such a healthy mindset. Were you always this way? Like as a kid, you like, man, I got a Crayola better than I Crayolaed yesterday.
Yeah, 'cause you was a funny kid.
Or did you ever get caught up in the race where it's like, he got this, she got that, look at me, like what's wrong with me?
That's very, very, very normal.
About to say,
To feel like you have to compare yourself to other people. But as you get older and through trial and tribulation, I'm always the type of person that learned from my mistakes. You know, I don't usually make the same mistakes twice. And so I understood that to compare myself to somebody else is not really like a real comparison.
Word.
And
it's
so,
not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not fair. I've always had the type of mindset to try to, just be better than myself, and that's it. I don't care about competing with the next person. But of course, just like anybody else, I've gone through things where I've doubted myself. Like that is the reason that I have this mindset now, is through learning experience. So to answer your question, yeah, I've definitely not always had that mindset, but yeah, I'm in a different mode right now for sure.
So
you
it's game
religious?
So I grew up around like a lot of religious people. My family was Italian, like Catholic, like old school. But now, no, I'm not really religious now. I definitely believe in God. I believe in a higher power, but I don't necessarily think you have to go to a building, or like where other people are praying on their knees and stuff like that. But I would definitely say that I believe in God and I believe in a higher power. There's no way we're the only things on this like universe and that's it, Like,
It's impossible.
it's
Believe in
impossible.
aliens?
Just numerically
Yeah,
speaking, right?
It's actually crazy because I swear I've seen a UFO before, and I have pictures on one of my old phones.
All right, so what was the story? What
Yeah,
happened?
describe this.
Wait.
So I'm with one of my boys, and if I didn't have pictures of this, I would really think like I probably wouldn't even bring it up.
You
But
got these on your phone?
not this phone.
Okay, I would love to see it.
Yeah, I would show you. I swear I would show you. And I have a few of my friends that have the pictures on their messages, so maybe we can. I'll get them to send them back.
We can cross-reference.
Yeah.
I can get the document somehow.
So I swear to God, Zapata has seen a UFO. I'm sitting on the balcony. I've never told this story before, of my friend's porch when I'm in 7th grade, something like that. And we're sitting on the porch, not smoking. And
Nothing nefarious going on.
no,
Yeah.
not. Just just Bible study actually was what we were
Yeah.
doing. And so I'm looking in the sky, and I see a light. And I didn't think anything of it. You see a lot of lights.
Yeah. Shit
And
lit.
yeah. So I see this light, and I'm on my boy's porch, like just by myself. He's inside doing something, and I see this light. I'm just staring at it. I'm like, that's a weird light. And then I see it split into 2 lights, and then I'm like, that's pretty weird. And then I see it split into 3 lights, and then I'm like, all right. So I go inside and grab my boy. I'm like, yo, I know I'm not going crazy. He sees it too. I take pictures of it, and I have pictures of each like phase where it goes from 1 to 2 to 3. And then 3 to 2 to 1, and then it just flew out. So I don't know if it was a UFO, but I definitely don't think it was an airplane.
I will say, from this standpoint, it sounds like a firework. So like what? Like
No, okay.
that shit shot up, and then that 1 became 2, then that 2 became 4.
No, I didn't shoot up. It's a disc, a gray disc with a yellow light in the middle of it.
Oh,
that
it was
goes
in the sun.
No,
Like,
it was
light?
at nighttime, but you can still see it.
Oh, shit.
So it's a gray disc that starts at 1, goes into 2, and then goes into 3 discs with a little yellow light in between each of them. So it almost looked like a drone. It could be a drone, but I don't know what it was. It was weird for sure.
I believe you.
I don't know. I have pictures of it.
believe
I swear to God, I have pictures of it.
shit is
The
Crazy.
government recently came out and said, hey, we can confirm that we don't know what the fuck that shit is. They've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Area 51, if you need somebody to come in and keep their mouth shut about whatever it is that you guys are working on, I can be trusted. Please bring me in. I would love to talk to an alien.
The Italian interrogator.
Yeah, I'll talk to an alien. I just tell them few things and see what's going on and see how we can help the world.
Play him a
your
few
tunes.
songs.
Yeah, I'll play him a few songs. Maybe he can make a guest appearance out at a concert and reveal himself that way.
That nigga can make you an intergalactic superstar. Fuck the Earth, nigga.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Say.
I'm glad you said that. So on the subject of being an international superstar, now that we have people like Elon Musk in our society, I really think I could be an intergalactic superstar.
It's possible.
You think
He can
so?
send you up on something.
Yeah.
A
I think
little
so.
Tesla rocket.
I think I'll be the first person to headline a festival on Mars.
I think that we're capable of Bluetooth from space. I think we could do that. We could send a speaker up there, play some Zapata,
Yeah. Definitely, right?
Zapata.
You mind
show
if I
them
grab
how
one of those
conceited
ones?
Earth is.
That's why I got a couple. You want one, Ben?
Thank you.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah.
Matter of fact, let me get one.
I'm about to say.
Stay hydrated, kids.
Hell yeah, you got to.
Hey, you stay hydrated out a little while, man. Are you, you know Frank Zappa? Oh, I thought you
who's
was
that?
like, it's a musician and shit.
Okay.
I heard your last name. I was like, oh shit, Zapata, Zappa.
Nah, I never heard of it.
Zapata.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Like, you know somebody named No Blaze? You don't know nobody named No Blaze. Your last name's your last name.
I had to go to Columbia.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But your first tape,
Yeah.
2018?
Yeah. 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
What was that like?
2018 was a good year.
High school?
Yeah. So
You graduated that year?
No, I was supposed to graduate 2018 and I ended up
Oh,
leaving
yeah, I forgot,
early.
yeah.
Yeah. So I left early 2018 in December. And I went to California to record some music with an artist by the name of Claudio Nueve, a good friend of mine.
RP Class.
And he brought me in to Atlantic Records to a studio session with him, an artist named Sangsta, another good friend of mine.
Shout out
Shout out
Sangsta.
Sangsta.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Sangsta.
Shout out Sangsta.
And who else was there? Pretty sure Cosmic was there, a videographer. Shout out to Cosmic. He's another good friend of mine.
Shout out.
Trying to think of who else. That was a cool session. Ism is another producer that was there. I don't even know if he remembers that, but I was definitely
Is.
there. He's I
like his name.
Yeah.
I
He's
like
a good
his name
producer.
up there.
I'll send you his Instagram. And so that was just a legendary experience. That was the first time I was in California by myself. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Was that like your first like pro feeling moment? Like, whoa, I'm like actually in the industry a little bit, like just a foot in the door.
Yeah, not even though. Like I felt like so being in California was that kind of intense feeling. And once you get to the studio, I pull up to it's like some big gates, right? And so it definitely felt cool being in the studio. But as soon as I get there, Cloud opens the gate and he's got a phone out on Snapchat with his like goofy laugh, and I felt like I was at home. So honestly, I didn't feel like it was intense. I felt exactly like how he made people feel, which was just welcomed and just
Belonging.
like, yeah. I felt like I belonged. I felt like damn, this is where I should be.
Shout out Cloud for the hospitality.
I was about to say, what's the best advice you got from? Everybody has a different, shit.
I don't know if I could say it. I don't know if I could. Well, maybe I would if you would consider it advice, but I'll say advice. I don't know, man. He always tried to leave somebody with something. I think the best advice that I ever got from Cloud was when it comes to all these like industry guys they're just people, they're just people, and to not be afraid to speak up to anybody. Cloud was definitely like a walking, living example of that. Like I heard so many stories that I could tell you guys off air of him getting into it with like big names and stuff like that. I'm thinking like, damn, bro, you might fuck some shit up, but
Might blackball yourself.
but not
I
even
heard
like.
that's how it be. Like if you in the studio with Thug or some shit, like they like, yo, be quiet, like no talking.
Yeah, Cloud was not that person. I think Cloud was the example of never be afraid to be yourself. And it's not even some type of advice that he would maybe give all the time, but that's like
He lived it.
he
so
lived it. He was a
yeah.
leader. That's a true leader, somebody that leads by example. He was the perfect example of don't ever be afraid to be yourself no matter who's watching. No matter how big the suit and tie is. He'll tell the president to fuck off.
Fuck him.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, shout out to that guy.
Earlier, this is kind of like a random question, but earlier you was talking about how like everybody from California moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Not really
Yeah.
fucking with liberals.
So yeah,
But-
California's crazy right now.
Yeah, like how you feel about this mask mandate?
Honestly, I'm glad that things are starting to get back to normal. I feel like I'm a type of person that goes off of common sense, and I feel like I take care of my body. I'm as healthy as a person could be.
6 a.m.
Take ice bath.
6 a.m. Ice bathing, running. It's like, come on now.
I take care of my body enough to where I feel like, unless I'm sick, obviously if I'm sick, I'm not going to go around anybody. I think that's common sense. And I'm very, very cautious about my own health. And I feel like if everybody does that, you can avoid a lot of the extra shit in between. So I don't really wear a mask now, unless it's a place that I absolutely can't get into, unless I need a mask. But no, I feel like as long as you take care of your body and you're healthy, and obviously if you're not sick, like if you're sick, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But if you're not sick, I don't think there's any reason to live in fear. No.
How healthy are you? Are you like, do you smoke?
So I'll smoke a little bit of weed here and there. Not so much anymore. I did a lot as a teenager. But I don't really drink ever. Like, I'm a big advocate for alcohol being, not good for you, because it's not.
Word.
I think alcohol is like the worst thing for you. But
Worse than weed? Way
yeah,
worse than weed.
a million percent. So yeah, I mean, I don't really drink. I don't really smoke that much. I used to. All right, so this is another thing too. I used to be addicted to nicotine and like vaping and stuff like that. I'm about like 2 years free of the vape, not even one.
Yo, that shit has
Yeah, thank you.
It
It's
has
hard.
a hold over
It's hard.
niggas like
That shit
nigga
like
quick
crack,
scan.
nigga.
It's scary. A lot of people wonder why they're so depressed and so they feel like shit all day. Let me tell you some shit. Throw your vape in the trash. Throw your vape in the trash for 2 months. Stop having all these addictions. You're led by other things that aren't you. Of course you feel like fucking shit.
Makes you anxious, right?
Of course you feel like fucking shit. If you're sitting there, you can't even wake up. I know from experience. I'm not saying this from a guy that's judgmental. I'm telling you from an experience standpoint. I literally,
He was you.
Oh yeah, I was you. Anybody that's vaping right now or whatever your addiction is, whatever it is, if you cut it out, you realize like very shortly how much of an impact it makes in your quality of life. And so that, in a sense, like gave me another example of having a strong mind and being able to conquer things like that. Because it's like if you're addicted to something and you get over it and you truly conquer that, then it makes other things seem like a lot easier to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Life is very simple. I saw this TikTok, right? It was of this Asian dude fishing. It was literally nothing but that. He fished and cooked the food. I was like, damn, this nigga living the life. Like, he just fished and cooked the food, son.
I tell you,
Went home.
Overstimulated.
I'm like, yeah, bro, life is very simple.
I'll tell you what. I went to Colombia one time, and I was in the middle of these mountains in a very, very, very ass crevice part of the world. And there's a little tiny wooden hut restaurant where they have a pond and just like a wooden building. And so you fish with a bamboo stick and a hook for your food, and then you bring it to the chef and he fillets it. That was the best food I've ever had in my life.
Because you earned it.
And I earned it.
You earned
felt like
it.
a man, nigga.
I did. That was when I realized, holy shit, like, I don't know. Life can be so simple. You know?
I learned on Joe Rogan, like when you do simple shit like that, it's like real traditional. It's like we're unlocking some
Primal.
endocrine bullshit nervous system in our brain from back when we was primal.
Yeah.
It's like we still get satisfaction from completing hard tasks. Because back in the day, the village didn't eat if we didn't go in and get that shit. So it's like, it has some more pride attached to it.
Yeah, I see a lot of people now, my age and a little bit younger, that are just lazy and have no desire to get up and go chase something.
You don't hunt.
Yeah, and they don't hunt for anything in a theoretical sense and a literal sense, if you will, right? But they don't have any desire to go out and conquer. I feel like every man deep down in themselves has the desire to conquer something, conquer the world, conquer something, conquer yourself.
Animal instinct.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just respecting this nigga. As he talks, I'm like, wow, I'm like
And
this nigga a lot more.
Thank you. That's the truth, though. Like, people really just kind of sell themselves short and just sit in bed and fucking smoke weed all day and complain on Instagram. And I don't care if you smoke weed. I don't care what you do. As long as it's not getting in the way of your productivity. But you see a lot of people nowadays that are selling themselves short and just giving in to their emotions and giving in to whatever it is that they're addicted to. And it's sad. Like, go get off your fucking ass and do something.
Shit is fucked up. Especially like you was out in California, like you saw like executives like, so
Hey.
about this deal.
Yeah, I mean, there is never, ever, ever an excuse or an example that somebody can give me unless, as long as your family is healthy and you have physical capability to get up and go chase something, there's no excuse on the planet. I know people that have come from across the world, from different countries where, like I said, they don't even have shoes. They take cold showers every day, don't even know what hot water is like. and have made something out of themselves, there's nothing on this planet, no excuse you can tell me. As long as, like I said, you have your health, God willing, there's no excuse, bro.
Especially in America. A lot of people take America for granted and shit, mainly because we live here and shit.
I'll tell you what, you don't like America, I'll take you to Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee you'll be like, oh, okay, I kind of like America a little bit better. Granted, there's a lot of things in our country that's wrong, but there are a lot of things everywhere in the world that are wrong. Like,
Nobody's perfect. Nowhere is perfect.
Everywhere.
Yeah, no, there's everywhere in the world, no matter where you go, there's going to be bad and good, you know, pure and evil.
In America, gotta pick your poison. Shit, fuck it.
It's definitely wishy-washy. Like, there's a lot of shit in our country that's wrong, but I mean, that's life, bro. There's a lot of shit in if that's gonna stop you from being successful, if you feel like it's bad enough to where it's taking your time out of the day to where you can make a difference, then your complaining means nothing. Unless you can go out and make a difference yourself.
It's like, I don't know who said it, but at the end of the day, America is the best place for you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, there's nowhere in the world where you can be the best, the most superstar artist, the best podcasting ass nigga. Like, this is the best launching pad.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's a lot of stuff wrong, like I said, in our country, but I mean, that's everywhere you go, bro. Like, if that's going to stop you from accomplishing your dreams, then I don't think that it's America that's your problem. I think it's a little bit deeper than that, you know?
And everything that's happening in those countries is happening here. It's just, behind closed doors. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just
Same
over there,
shit.
it's on the street. Like, here,
Yeah.
you can avoid seeing homeless people. Like, if you really had, you in that tax
I mean,
bracket,
and-
you can be in your own
Yeah.
world.
There's people, I mean, in certain parts of Colombia, like I said, there's people that aren't allowed to have shoes, that can't, like, take hot baths. Like, that is something that will prevent you from, and even still, it doesn't, because they still get up and do their fucking best. You think those kids are sitting complaining? Like,
and it's not like they're not even thinking about the water. It's like, let me wash my ass. It's like,
Yeah, they're
not
grateful
thinking
to
about
just be clean.
the temperature of the fucking water.
I'm glad this is water.
Yeah. So one thing that I try to do to retrain my mind is every time that I get into an ice bath and it's freezing cold, and of course I don't want to do it, but I get in there and I literally say out loud what I'm grateful for, so I can create an environment where my brain is able to be going through hard shit and still be thankful. And that may sound like extreme as fuck, but I don't know, it keeps me going.
Everybody has their way of meditation and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Patrice O'Neal, he just used to sit in his chair and stare at his ceiling fan. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool off.
yeah, stare at his
Watch the
ceiling.
blades rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody got their meditation and shit.
Yeah, man.
How do you come from an immigrant family, or your family's been here?
No, my dad was an illegal immigrant.
Okay, so the mentality is starting to make a lot more sense.
Okay,
because it's
yeah.
like, you second generation? You were born here?
Yeah. I was born
Okay, yeah. It makes more sense now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, my father is the perfect example of that. He came from absolutely nothing and has made something out of himself that is respectable, to where I can look at that and maybe I start to understand that I get it. Maybe some people don't have that type of example, whether it's a brother or a family member to look at and say, or even a friend maybe that said, damn, that person went through something that's so you would think is so, like, terrible and hard to go through, and still overcame and made something out of themselves. And on top of that, has never complained once and ever tried to make an excuse of, oh, well, I can't do it for this reason, I can't do it for that reason. I would really like for a lot of people to have, that type of example, or even just go look at videos on YouTube. It's not like there's no excuse. I don't know. You can find a way to be grateful and realize that there's a lot of people out there going through so much more worse than you, and are still,
Everybody
shit
gets
done.
inspired by different things.
Yeah, for sure.
What's some of your, who's your Mount Rushmore of, like, people? Not even artists, just people. Like Happy Gilmore or something.
Yeah. My Mount Rushmore is Elon Musk, Lil Wayne,
Wheezy.
who else? Joe Rogan.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Some giants in their own industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always respected people who are, like, dominating their industry. Conor McGregor as a fighter, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's a big one. Who else?
How did his passing affect you? Like, I know that fucked everybody up. I didn't believe it when I first saw it.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
thought it was
like,
one of them internet things.
I'm not, like, a huge basketball fan, but I am absolutely a fan of his hard work and dedication and commitment to what he likes. And so that was always where I drew my inspiration from him. And for that aspect of it, I was sad to find that somebody who has that mindset was taken out in a way that, that's tragic, But
He didn't get to finish.
Yeah.
He's more than a basketball player. He was an amazing father. It's like, niggas, you're not just that one great thing you did. Like, he was gonna keep conquering whatever.
He created
could
a
have been
whole-
the greatest coach of all time. He could have dedicated himself to that shit.
He created a whole ideology, the Mamba mentality.
I think it's a very, very important thing to leave behind a legacy. And so I bet if you were to ask Kobe Bryant if he felt like now with the impact that he had, if he feels like he left a legacy behind, I feel like he'd be like, yeah, I did my part. I did my part, So for that aspect of it, I appreciate him leaving behind a mindset that's available for so many to follow,
So with intergalactic superstar Emilio Zapata,
Let's talk about it.
what do you want your legacy? Like, what's the message of your legacy that you want to leave?
My legacy, I would hope to inspire somebody and let them know absolutely anything is possible. There's never, ever a good reason, as long as your family and yourself are in good health, that you can't get the job done. Whether you're a bus driver, whether you're sweeping floors, no matter what your circumstance is, what type of financial situation you come from, there is never an excuse to get up and overachieve. That would be what I want my legacy to be, and I'll prove that through hard work. I think we'll see a situation here now very soon where all the hard work that I put in will prove that there is never a reason that somebody can't get up and overachieve and do their best.
Hard work and humbleness.
Hard work, that's it.
Yeah.
Hard work. There is no cheat code to success. There is no shortcut. There is no easy grab for money. It's literally hard work is the cheat code. That is the cheat code. Consistency and hard work and showing up on the days that you don't want to, And that is 100% what I want my legacy to be. And I think people will be able to see that and be able to take away from it for sure.
You heard it. Stop looking for them lotto tickets. Go get a job.
No.
Go invest. Go get the bread on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's crazy, man. I see so many kids these days that'll get on Instagram and complain 24/7 like, everybody is not going to fuck with me until everybody fucks with me. Okay, that's the game.
Yeah.
What do you think the game is? If you're surprised by that, then you're in the wrong market. Depending on how you look at life, you just answered your own question. Of course, so now you know what to do. Find a way to make yourself popular.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody only likes me when I'm popular. Okay, so stop fucking complaining and find a way to make yourself popular. That's the game.
Get your name out there, dummy.
That's the
lack
game.
of male role models in the world.
Yeah.
It's just staggering, nigga.
It's important. I think I heard a wise man say that the best scenario somebody can be in is good parents and no money.
Heaven isn't up there, it's in the home.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably the best situation anybody could be in is good parents and no money.
I
That'd be a
think,
good way to-
statistically speaking, he's backed up on that. I think I read some shit where it was like one of the best determining factors for success is two-parent household.
Have a happy home.
Two-parent household.
I didn't necessarily have that. I will
Me
say
either.
I didn't have that personally, but I definitely was able to take away the good from the bad.
Yeah.
It's how you look at life. Like you think that
Perspective, right?
it's perspective. Depending on your perspective, you can be the type of person that hones in on everything that's wrong with life. If that's the case, you're gonna live a very, very, very hard life. Sad to say, buddy. If you can realize, okay, no matter what my job is, no matter what I look like, how old I am, how much I weigh, whatever the fucking case is, that there's always gonna be something that can prohibit you or a roadblock, whatever. If you realize there's always gonna be something wrong and you just learn how to deal with it and how to work through it, then you'll live a much, much, much more productive and progressive life.
There's no yellow brick road to this shit.
Man,
Nah.
anxiety is a real thing. Like the
100%.
thought of working hard and actually maybe not even failing, the thought of not failing
Yeah.
will cause a motherfucker to be like, oh man, like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm nervous, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Weak
Some
minded.
people don't even try because of the risk of failure. Like they don't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
They scared to go out sad. A lot of niggas are scared to fail publicly too, which is
Yeah.
a part of the game. It's like you're gonna make mistakes and people are gonna see that.
I think that's a very good point. I think that I'm personally seeing a lot of people that are ambitious. They're big risk minded, but they're not big will or big effort or big dedicated minded, So it's like you can't be ambitious and then not be able to fill in the gap with the ambition and with the hard work and the consistency. You can't be ambitious and have all these high aspirations and then just do this and just sit back you're gonna be in the same spot that you were yesterday doing what? Sitting just like this.
And that's what we see. Like when we saw a rapper blow up, we didn't see him coming up. We didn't see Weezy when he was 13 living in fucking New Orleans.
Now
like,
you
I've
see
been
that.
to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now you see that on clips from when he was, but yeah, you don't see that process.
Like, yeah, we only see rappers with the big ass chain. You feel
Yeah.
me? Spinning.
We only see the finished product.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people,
Nowadays.
a lot of people like are ambitious and strive for that, but yeah, they don't want to do the work to, that leads up to that.
It's like their intensity doesn't match their consistency.
Yeah, exactly, which is a big problem. And well, I'm happy to say that you guys are looking at the person that is willing to, make that sacrifice to take it there.
Oh, you don't got to tell us, nigga. You proved it.
I
You proved it
appreciate
to the world just now. Shit is on wax.
Yeah.
I do got a question though.
Yeah, hit me.
2020.
Anything that you guys want to ask, I'm an open book.
You dropped Dangerous. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to it 3 times. By the 3rd time, I was like, I understand it. I fuck with this.
Yeah.
It was
What'd
like
you take from it?
It wasn't too poppy, but it wasn't too like rap.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. I don't like too pop.
Bending the genres
Yeah.
and shit. You make
I'm not really a pop fan, but you make the perfect. It's the hooks.
Thank
the
you.
fucking
It's
hooks.
something.
Thank you.
It's like you too rhythmic. I don't know what it is. It's like
It's the
And you
Colombian
get caught up in
shit.
a loop.
It's the Colombian shit.
he got the Colombian nigga.
Sprinkle that shit on.
Pure. He got
It
the
ain't-
Baby,
Colombian
ya
connection.
yo mente ves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't know that
Not a
shit.
single step on that
Throw
motherfucker.
them niggas.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Nah, honestly, I appreciate the fact that you're able to pick up on that because, like I said, that is 1,000,000% part of my duty when I'm going in to make a song. Is like
You
a
said
lot of
this is
people,
duty.
a
Like,
lot of
listen to the
people.
words.
Yeah.
This is duty.
It's of course that's my obligation. If I want to say that I want to be the biggest superstar, I can't go in there and just sit back and like lie to you and say like, yeah, I just it is what it is. No, I go in there trying to think I'm gonna make the biggest fucking song in the world because one day I believe people are gonna go back through my discography and they're gonna be like, holy shit. I hope that you hear that I'm really trying every single time to make something that people like to listen to, and I hope that it makes
Why is it so cool for niggas to not try? Like, I don't write. I just go in there and, blah, 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 and it comes out hot.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
why is that so much more appealing than the nigga that's like, nah, I'm every day, I'm practicing to get better. It's like, this shit wasn't an
I
accident.
will say this though, honestly speaking, like a lot of the songs, like I don't write. Like a lot of the songs, I just go in there and like I just hum. Like I'll try to find the rhythm, and then I'll stop for a few minutes and say, okay, I'll fill in the blanks with what I was humming. But it just depends on the mood. But I like if I'm feeling it, I think the best stuff, most organic, comes from just like feeling it in the moment. But that for sure does not take away from my, like I said, duty and how hard I try to actually make a hit while I'm in there. But it just depends. Yeah, sometimes I write, but sometimes I'm in that mood where I'm ready to just let it hit off.
You in the zone, yeah, you don't got to.
Yeah.
What you about to say?
I was about to ask you, like, what's your favorite bands? I feel
Bands?
like, yeah.
My favorite bands.
If you like bands.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe I just can't really think of any, but I like a lot of music, man. I like
Or like Radiohead and shit.
Yeah. I like All Time Low was like when like early 2000s. My older cousin Sam was always listening to like punk rock.
So like, yeah, that Green Day
So
type
yeah,
of-
Green Day. I always got that influence from my older cousin Sam, who was listening to more like punk rock stuff, and I appreciate him for that now because I take influence from everything, bro. As you said, like I don't think there's a specific genre that my music is. Just all my influences combined, and then I regurgitate it how it sounds.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to make music. You can't just
I
be
feel
one
the
way
same,
the whole
yeah.
time. Yeah. It doesn't work for everybody. Some people can do it.
Yeah.
Like Hove.
Yeah.
It's like work. That's like a loose word.
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
because people like it, does that mean
Does
it's
it
actually
work?
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, people like it, so that means somebody thinks it's good. It's a tricky situation.
I think that just depends on what the person's personal goal is, right? So it's like if they're trying to make something that everybody likes, then it's good to them. But if they're trying to, it just depends. It's just all perspective, like you said.
Word.
Perspective.
Half empty, half
We talk
full.
about that all the time on LOI and shit.
Yeah?
Perspective, yeah.
Perspective can make or break a person.
Uh-huh.
That's the truth, man. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say this. Like, perspective is everything. If you wake up every single day, I guarantee you can find a reason to complain or to be pissed off or upset at something. But you think that, I'll give you an example. You can name any single person it is that you look up to that you're like, damn, I want to live a life like that. I guarantee you they're not walking around complaining every day when they have 120-hour work weeks, with whatever their industry is.
That
They
sounds
just-
kind of lowball, too.
Yeah, that's lowball. They just get the job done, get it in, and don't complain. You don't think that they could find a million reasons to complain? You don't think Elon Musk, who is trying to literally get humans up to Mars could find a reason every single day to be like, I'm ready to throw in the towel. But what does he do? I don't know. But he doesn't prevent him from getting the job done. Whatever it is that he's doing.
He goes and buys Twitter or something.
Perspective. Yeah.
Let me do some retail, some therapy.
I be looking at The Rock, like how I look at David Goggins. Like this nigga, he's the highest grossing like actor of like 2022 and 2021.
Yeah.
He's been
Back to back.
He be on SmackDown and shit. I'm like, yo, he be everywhere and shit.
Cooking with Martha or something stupid.
Nigga in a forest or something.
Yeah, you don't think that he could probably find something to just be like, it's too much. I can't do it. Shut the fuck up.
My body getting old.
Yeah, you don't think that he could find a reason to just be like, I'm ready to throw in the towel, but I guarantee he gets up and gets to work.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
He up.
Yeah.
Doing push-ups or something stupid.
Yeah, I fuck with that, man. I really enjoy like anybody that is committed to chasing whatever it is that they're passionate about. And so that's another reason why I'm happy to be here. Like I fuck with y'all for sure.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, anything y'all want to ask me, I'm an open book.
Nigga, you got songs with Justo?
Nah. He sent me a few to get on, but honestly, I don't really do a lot of like collaborative music recently. I'm really trying to just establish myself as an artist, you know. But I love some of his music so much. Yeah, shout out to Justo. He's a good guy.
Justo mobbing.
Speak on Lost Gen, like the origins of that, because we've interviewed Justo, we've interviewed Noah, so we kind of like getting the perspective of each individual from how it started.
Yeah. So I came into that group I can't remember what year. I think it was like 2017, 2018. And yeah, I love those guys to death. We made a lot of good music together, and I'm at the point right now where I'm trying to mainly focus on establishing myself as a solo artist, and so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Like because it's hard to do that in a group because you're a group, like you're a unit, especially when it's like 5, 6 niggas. Like we should really meet my brothers. Plus it's like J Nobles don't get as much love as LOY. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
It's easy when it's a 2-man. It's Kobe and Shaq. You know, set the screen, I'll throw it up.
Yeah, I'll throw it up there.
But when you're on a whole team, it's like you got to sacrifice shots.
Bro, somebody's gonna be Robert Horry. Like he just comes in last minute. Might hit the shot, he might not.
Get the rebound, nigga, please.
Yeah, I won't lie. We did a lot of great shit together as a group, but I feel like I gotta establish myself as a solo artist, or else I'm no good to anybody. I'm not good to you if I'm not established as a solo artist or established in my own world.
Your goal is intergalactic superstar.
I was about to say, even like you was on stage in your teens, like you did what like most people try to do in like year 5.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like year 5, I'm gonna be on stage. Like you did that shit.
You don't think that when I was 16 years old and 220 pounds fat, being the funny guy in class, that I could have given up when people like are laughing at me or whatever and don't take me serious? No, I didn't even care. I didn't look at it like that. It's my perspective. I literally was excited to prove, to people that I am worthy of that respect.
Did you go back and fuck some bitches that you missed on?
I don't really kiss and tell, but that's what they.
Yeah. Please don't. Hey,
don't say anything.
I only asked that because Justo was like, "Nigga, I fucked 7 bitches that same week."
I went back and fucked all 7 of them.
I saw that. He's crazy. Yeah, I don't personally kiss and tell, but.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Hey.
I appreciate all the women on the planet.
For sure. For sure.
Shout out all the pussies.
You make like, would you say you make music for women?
I find myself making songs that women like. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. He doesn't make it for women, but women like it.
Conceited.
And he knows it.
Yeah. Conceited was a start to a crazy road. Sure.
What's like your new sounds like? I can only imagine. Because I heard Dangerous, so I can only imagine.
I got a lot of...
That shit came out this month, right? That was like August 1st or something.
Yeah.
No, I think it was late. No, it might have been August 1st. Yeah, I think so. I got a lot of... To be honest with you, I have, I think, over 300 unreleased songs just in my phone.
Just the vote.
Yeah, I have like over 300.
What's your storage like? You pay for this shit every day.
You got that $2.99 shit.
It's bad. Nah, honestly, I have one phone for just like media stuff, like all like pictures and songs and shit like that, and I have another phone for like for personal like family and shit.
Yeah, you kind of.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I got everything
on the same shit.
One phone.
Yeah. I got the media phone with me here.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's media day. You doing an interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How exhausting is like being a rapper?
Not exhausting enough. I would love to get tested to my limits.
Word, to get to that point where you really feel like, because
Yeah.
he got that Kobe shit. He's never going hard enough.
It's not it's not exhausting enough. I wish, like, I get excited. I feel like I've actually trained myself to get excited for a challenge to where it's like, throw me more. I don't care. We can go. I'll go until whatever. It doesn't matter.
Bro,
He's a warrior.
every morning he wakes up and he freezes his balls.
Yeah,
Like, that's what's happening.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That's at the end of the day. After a hard,
End of the day, either or.
So
Every
it's like
day.
you go so hard all day long, and then at the very end of the day, when you want to just get home and relax and do nothing, no, fuck you. I'm getting in an ice bath and sitting there freezing and telling the world why I'm thankful.
Just put that cherry on top.
Yeah, that's cherry on top. You you put Epsom salt in that motherfucker?
No,
Well,
I
it's
want
an
to
ice bath, so-
try
Make
that.
it feel too
No,
good. He's
what is
trying to
Epsom salt?
suffer.
I want to try. I heard like a girl talking about Epsom salt.
Bro,
It
that
helps-
shit
it
is
relieves-
like,
it relieves muscle soreness. I
bro,
believe.
that's what it say it do, but like,
You ain't had that experience?
it's like
What was your salt bath like?
maybe my tub is too small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to really be in there. Maybe I
Yeah.
didn't put enough Epsom salt,
Yeah.
but that's what it says. It relieves, your muscles.
Yeah, I heard they're coming out with this new shit called Epstein salt.
Oh, yeah.
Epsom salt.
Epstein salt? You heard of that?
Wait,
I
Epstein
don't think I
salt?
could like fuck with it. I don't know who's making the salt.
Why not?
This might be child slave salt. Just like the iPhone, nigga. This is slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever think about that?
About like with iPhones and shit?
Yeah,
Like
like,
moral decisions when you making things like
it's probably like a child slave,
Honestly, no, I don't really think about that, but that's a good
not
point.
a humanitarian.
Yeah. No, I
I
am.
don't give a fuck.
Nigga,
Nah,
I'm a
and-
superstar.
Honestly, I think one day I'm gonna just invent my own. Like, I kind of want to have like the Tony Stark model where I just got my own like technology. So I'll probably invent my own phone or some shit.
Word.
Maybe
Zapata
one
one.
Or some
Yeah.
Kanye shit.
Yeah.
You design clothes?
Nah,
And
I've
you
definitely.
said that you was fucking with fashion earlier.
Yeah. So, it just depends, like, on my mood. But yeah, I've always, since I was little, been interested. And that's another extension to the culture of just music and creativity is the fashion side of it. So I'm a big guy on fashion. But yeah, I like clothes a lot.
Especially, Colombian. Nigga, I expected you to wear a Banana Republic shirt.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm in
some
here-
slacks.
I'm in
I
here.
thought he was gonna have the chest hair out.
Some alligators,
Honestly,
yeah.
Zapata.
Yeah, right now I'm prepared. I'm prepared for battle today. I'm just kind of in here with some gym shorts and a
All black. You never know. It could be a funeral. He might
Yeah,
be
right.
outside.
yeah, right. Exactly.
So what can we look forward to the remainder of this year? I know you said that you had like some shit coming up that's gonna be the culmination of all your hard work. Can you speak on that, or is that like surprise? You gonna keep that shit
Yeah.
tight?
I leave it to be a surprise
Hell
for
yeah.
the most part. I'm currently working on a lot of stuff within music, outside of music. I think that people are going to see very, very shortly how dedicated I really am to just being the best version of myself that I can be. So that's all I want to. That's all I want to show people is lead by example.
Hey, man, he doing it for his grandkids. It's like, y'all niggas can't win.
Yeah.
He's doing it for the little Zapatas in the future.
Yeah, like,
Anything that y'all want to know, bro, I'm an open book. You definitely ask me anything. Anything that you'd be like, damn, I want to get some insight on.
220 pounds. You say fat.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about the fat shit.
You go. Man.
Yeah.
Did being overweight spiral you into this whole fitness journey to where you're freezing your balls, you working out at 6 a.m. and shit? Is that what that was?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, honestly. I was, I think everybody goes through like a fat phase, but I think mine was just like an extended stay,
And it's one of the
missed checkout
other.
time.
Like, I'm trying to get big as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah, we're
my...
trying to be the
Yeah.
biggest,
I'm
blackest
trying
things
to,
ever,
I'm trying to
yeah.
get fit right now
You're
too.
either on one or the other. You trying to get big or you trying to get small.
Yeah, so I used to be 220 pounds at my heaviest, and now I think I weigh like my lowest I got down to was 135, which is a little bit unhealthy on that spectrum too. And I'm at a healthy
Yeah, because it's too little. Yeah.
right. I'm at a healthy 150 right now. And yeah, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life, and it feels good. And I didn't get there by sitting around drinking fucking Starbucks all day.
Complaining.
Yeah, I just got up and got to it.
The gym is one of the best teachers. The gym can teach you a couple different things depending on how your brain works.
Right.
Better
I've
than
noticed
therapy
that.
sometimes.
Yeah,
The gym is the reason that I'm able to exercise
Yeah.
my mindset in the way that I explained to y'all is just like I get up and I conquer myself first, and I physically put myself through something hard to where the rest of the day seems a lot easier. I found that's helped me with everything. Like honestly, the gym has helped me with everything, bro.
when you're working for something, like you're just at peace. Like us as men, we're just in heaven. We gotta work. We gotta have a purpose and shit.
Yeah, as a man, if you're just sitting around doing nothing, you're not even like trying to go over and beyond, and then you get on Instagram and tell the world how shitty you feel, I don't feel bad for you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
You a waste of nuts.
as a man, I feel like you have a duty to be a leader, and it's like
Whoa.
yeah.
Getting a little misogynistic here, right?
Nah.
You might not want to fuck up your
Hey,
your target brand.
No, yeah, no. I'm talking about for men specifically.
Yeah.
You have a biological duty at some point to be a leader, and you can't. All the men that would get mad at that, I guarantee they want to be. They want to be a leader. It's just deep down they're just me because they know that they're lazy as fuck and don't want to get up and overachieve, or maybe their fucking weed is more important than them accomplishing something, or maybe porn is another fucking addiction, or nicotine, whatever the case is. That's
You're just a fucking addict. You a fiend.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this from somebody that's better than any. I've been like, obviously like enjoyed all of those things that I just listed at one point or another.
They're vices for a reason.
Which
They're really
one's
entertaining.
worse in your opinion, porn or nicotine?
Nicotine.
Word?
I think nicotine, is more addicting for sure, but I don't know. Porn is probably worse.
You asked from his personal
For your
experience.
mental. Yeah. No, I think that nicotine is. I mean, I don't know. It's just addicting as like crack or some shit.
Both are dangerous, nigga.
Yeah.
Both can cause you to go linguini when you with a girl. Noodle up.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've heard that before too.
Yeah, you got a heartbreak story. I feel like you got a heartbreak song, right?
Yeah, I got a few. I got a few.
About the same
stories like
one,
that.
or it was just the same experience? You was just gonna do it.
Nah, honestly, I think I've only ever been in love with one girl before. But yeah, I mean, like I can maybe two, maybe three,
He said that just in case they watching.
but maybe three. So
Three, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that anybody that absolutely gets their heart broken when they're young, like I said, depending on how you look at life, that could be the best thing that ever happens to you. I've learned so much. Like, the reason that I went from a fat kid to a not fat kid in the first place was because of a heartbreak. I didn't
It's always a pussy somewhere down the line that motivated somebody to do something.
I didn't go on Instagram and start fucking spamming Juice WRLD lyrics. I just got off my ass and I realized that it's either gonna go one of two ways.
Word.
But like, what was it like? Was it like, hey, I'm gonna go fuck this trainer nigga who's in shape, or was it like, damn, I'm not getting no bitches, let me get in shape? Like,
I don't know, man. I feel like being a funny guy, I kind of was always likable in that sense. But I will say, maybe that's not all the way true, because when I was fat and like insecure, I feel like a lot of girls pick up on that. And
They can smell it.
yeah, but I don't know. I've always been confident. Like, I've always just been myself. Not even confident or insecure. Like, of course, I've been insecure, but I've just always been myself. And I think that's another thing that girls can respect. They'll look at a guy who's wedged up in these skinny jeans like a pencil trying too hard to impress somebody, and they'll think, the fuck is this guy doing? They'll see some fat guy in his shorts that's just chilling being him, but he's funny as fuck, and they'll like that just because he's being him. Girls like that. That's a true leader, somebody that can just be themselves,
you gotta understand the game.
Yeah.
It's hard in high school because it's like the game, you kind of find your way.
Still learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't expect people that are like, super young to understand. Like, as you get older, you experience certain things and you learn from it.
Because realistically, girls don't like you like for anything other than your personality for the most
Yeah,
part.
and I think getting my heart broken at one point was the best thing that ever happened to me. I think that's something that everybody should go through at one point, because it can really shape the way that you prioritize things in your life. And I realized, like, it's almost like a slap in the face, like a wake up, like, what the fuck was I? How dare I? How dare I be upset and let something like that get in the way of what I
So
got?
I'm over here crying about this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what was that scene like when it clicked for you? Like, was you just in your bed like, man, I ain't showered in like a day.
Yeah.
Get the man. Fuck.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I never put my my sanitation over a girl. Like, I've always been.
Hygiene over
Yeah.
love.
Hygiene over.
I've never been that like heartbroken to where I didn't shout, but I get like oh man, like I don't got an appetite. But I mean, bro, I think I've been heartbroken twice. The first time, it made me get skinny and it made me excel my music career into a place that it wouldn't have been without that. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you. And the second time, I got in the best shape of my life recently. And I'm now at a point where I feel like I'm more motivated and more obligated to conquer and to achieve more so than I ever have been. So for those two situations, I'm very thankful. I don't hold any type of resentment. I literally am glad that those two things happened. Like I promise you, like I don't think a lot of people get to experience that.
We wouldn't have got this version of Zapata.
No, you wouldn't have.
It's still fuck you bitches. I could tell. It's still fuck you bitches.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
he's
get it
not
confused,
happy
ho.
with you. He's just
Yeah.
happy with the experience.
Yeah. Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't hold any resentment towards anybody, man. If you know, if somebody's not in my life, I think that that everybody's at the liberty to make their own decisions. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because you're half Hispanic.
I am.
And like Hispanic, we was just talking about like love languages.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just walk up to somebody and just,
Start spitting.
and they'll be like, I'll walk up to somebody and be like, rapido. And they'll be like, oh shit.
like
And
you've
then it
done
kinda
that?
throws them off because
Nah.
you just appear to be white, and then Spanish and all that shit. It's
never
like,
done
wow.
Nah.
You see, like, if I was Hispanic, I'm only speaking Spanish to bitches.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
Like even if they speak English.
like, I might throw it in there just so they know I speak English, but just so they know I'm like, yeah.
It's crazy.
shit,
There's actually
yeah.
a lot of, when I was a little kid, there's a lot of words that I didn't know how to say in English, and I only said it in Spanish up until a
Word.
certain age. Like I
Kinda crazy.
didn't say like water until I was always agua when I asked for water. Like little things like that. I never said shoes. Like I said chanclas, or like little things like that. I was definitely a Spanglish speaking baby, for sure.
You know how to cook?
Yeah, a little bit.
I was about to say.
Did you inherit the dance moves? Can you bachata and shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm a part-time professional dancer if the scenario is right.
Part-time professional. That's a big title.
Yeah.
It gets groovy.
Yeah, it depends. If I'm in the mood and I got a little, a little bit, you heard me, inside of me, I bust a few dance moves.
A little sauce,
Yeah.
a little sauce. You feeling yourself and shit.
Yeah.
Got some potion in the system and shit.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The smoothest thing that I ever heard one of my boys say was, I called him one time and I was like, I was trying to meet up with him. I said, yo, where you at? This is in California.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I'm on the corner of you heard me and you feel me. And he just hung up the phone. And you want to know what's crazy? I somehow found him.
Word.
Like that was the street?
Like
That's just what he said. He said, I'm on the corner of you heard me and you feel me. And he banged it.
and that shit worked.
And it just worked. I found him.
It's like mafia speak.
Yeah, it's just like I understood. It was like I was like, oh, okay.
Coded language.
Yeah.
Language is just to make life easier, but it's not necessary. Like energy and like, yo, I'm over here. Like it's certain things like I'll say to you like on here that some people be like, yo, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
But it's just certain nuances and cadences that we know.
Yeah, I like that word. You say that to a girl. You say nuance. She should be like, I don't even understand what that word means, but
I'm rocking with you.
yeah, I
though.
like it.
Word.
Yeah.
Nigga, you teach me
Nuance.
something. Ooh.
Yeah.
You say, yeah, it's the nuance. And the girl be like, oh, okay.
I said immaculate the other day, and she was like, I don't even know how to spell it.
Yeah, as usually where you find yourself most successful is when you start saying things that people can't spell. And it's like, okay, I respect you.
So like after high school,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
when your confidence with women, were really starting to come to fruition and shit.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of weight, got a little bit of confidence, and all of that only came because I actually tried. Confidence isn't just one day somebody comes and hands you a note that says, "Yo, you're confident." It comes from hard work. It comes from being insecure in the first place, and then overcoming that to where it's like it's not confidence. It's just I'm happy with being able to prove to myself that I can feel a certain way about something. I can be put in a situation that's out of my control and conquer it and overcome it and be a better version of myself. That's confidence. Confidence is not the guy that talks all day about how good he is or how good looking he is or, that's an insecure man, really. A confident
He
person.
has something to prove.
Yeah, somebody that has something to prove, right? That's such a shitty thing where people feel like they have to overcompensate. That's not confidence. That's insecurity by definition.
Yeah.
You see somebody in the back corner like a Kobe Bryant, like a Conor McGregor that's just working, the first person to show up and the last person to leave. You're looking at an example of that right now. That's confidence. Somebody that doesn't have to run their mouth all day, that can just show up and let results speak. That's my definition of confidence. So after high school, when I had more availability to myself, even though I've always had that burning desire from when I was a little kid, like I've always had this burning desire of conquest. And it started to happen. I started to do it. Like, and then you feel a little bit better.
That's that Spaniard blood.
That's
Yeah,
that,
it's
is
like-
that
right?
immigrant mentality.
Yeah,
Is that right? Like, what's the history of that?
No,
like
so
Colombian.
It's Latino.
Okay.
Spaniard is like from Spain.
Yeah, that's like it is.
Yeah.
They
Latino.
speak Portuguese and shit, right?
Spain is Portuguese, I
Yeah.
believe, yeah.
Oh shit.
Or Spanish. No, you
different
think, wait, I might be wrong. Brazil is Portuguese. And I think that Spain is just either Spanish or Portuguese. I don't know.
They might be both Portuguese.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
I don't know.
Niggas be conquering shit.
Brazilian
History
people
gets
don't.
fucked up
Yeah.
down the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, we was Indians to Columbus.
Yeah. Shit, crazy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, like, do you perform?
Yeah,
How many times have you like performed?
I
Before I
performed
ask
a
the
lot. I've,
With live band?
no, never with a live band.
Never with live band? Why is that? It's just you don't want nobody.
Just never had the opportunity to, honestly.
A word.
It's in
I
the
would love
future.
to. Yeah, for sure. I've performed maybe 10 times. 10 times, I would say, is a good guess. Performed outside, hanging from balconies. There's really cool footage that I'll send y'all. We can pop it up on here of me performing from a balcony.
Right now.
Pop it up, boom, me hanging from a balcony.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and that was a crazy experience. I had this. That's a crazy story. So yeah, I hung from the balcony in Lincoln Theater one time, and
Oh, so you was at Lincoln?
This
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
first show?
no, this wasn't the first one, but yeah. So I remember I performed a song hanging from the balcony like a vampire, to where even before in rehearsal, we're rehearsing weeks in advance, and my boy came to me and said, "All right," I told him the idea. He said, "Yeah, I think you could do it." So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up from here to there. I'm gonna time you while we rehearse this song, and I want you to run, because I had to time it perfectly in between songs, to where I had to run around the venue, come back a different entrance, and get on top of the balcony, in order to make time for the song. And so he set up a marker basically saying, you're going to run from here to here in 30 seconds and see if you can do it. And so after, it's like Rocky training to catch the chicken,
Yeah.
And then eventually I got it. So we get to the show, and the song before comes up, finish. And then the second that it finished, they all gave me that look like, all right, it's time to go. So I hit the run, I sprint, boom, go around the venue, come around top. I remember one of my friends was outside the venue, and he's like, go, dapping me up. I was like, running. I get into the venue, into the certain entrance. I'm timing in my head like 1, 2, 3. I get up, and I made it, perfect timing, hang from the balcony. Spotlight goes up, and I'm hanging from.
What were the bitches
It just
doing?
was wet.
What were the bitches doing?
The floor was soaking wet. It's a tsunami. in there.
Honestly, Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I was just scared that I was gonna fall,
This
and I was
nigga
just trying to make sure I was safe.
They said, fuck them hoes. I'm worried about my
Yo,
lane.
Yeah, he's worried about his legs and his safety. Yeah, he tried to break down up there.
Yo, can I pee real quick?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You
for
care
sure.
if we cut it up
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
I'll come right back?
Oh, yeah.
First birthday, first pee break.
And hey, bro, the bathroom literally go up the stairs and like go straight. It's gonna be on your right. All right. Motherfucking caffeine.
We got sponsors?
Yeah, that Celsius was getting me.
Bet. First birthday, first pee break.
Yeah. First person we ever had on their fucking birthday. This is really monumental.
It is my birthday. It is
Happy
legend.
birthday once again and shit.
Bye.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
You know that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night, man. I'm excited to get in. We're going to a nice restaurant in North.
What you got planned?
So I got a dinner tonight. I think we're gonna go to the dinner with some of the boys, and then this weekend we're celebrating at a spot in the city. You guys are more than welcome to pull up. I'll send you the address.
Oh, word? This weekend?
Yeah. Saturday evening.
All right, bet.
I bet.
What's the situation's gonna be like some club shit, some bar shit?
Yeah, something like that.
All right,
Something
cool.
like
All right,
that.
cool. I gotta know how to dress.
Yeah, I gotta know.
How good is it gonna be?
Yeah. Nah, you can throw a little fit on. Definitely gonna be some nice looking people there.
All right, bet.
Zapata.
We don't want to. Matter of fact, it is his birthday. We don't want to hold him up too much. He has shit to do. He has
Yeah,
standing.
guys, yeah.
I
So,
appreciate y'all.
what can we look forward to for the rest of this year from Zapata? Anything that you can speak on that you can promote right now?
World domination. That's it. World domination.
Conquering, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting out a lot of music. I'm doing a lot of stuff outside of music. I think I'm gonna be I actually do my first acting gig this year.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Can you speak on like too much what that is? Like like, your role.
Yeah, it's a. I'll say this. It's a TV show. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, Zapata on film, pimp.
Yeah.
He's the first actor.
Fuck nigga.
He's the first actor on the show.
I can't. I can't really say too. Honestly, I might have just spoiled. Depending on when this comes out, I might have spoiled like a surprise to some people. But yeah, so I'm gonna be making my first acting appearance at some point this year.
Oh shit!
You heard it here first.
Hey man, if you like soap operas, man, turn to CBS and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I might have to hit a little Fabio.
You might be on Telemundo.
Yeah, I might. Hey.
You might be in the Spanish soap opera.
Yeah. Thank you.
Zapata grooving and shit.
Muchas gracias.
But hey man, tell them where they can find you and shit. You know, music.
I'm everywhere you could Google on your phone. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, anything. Twitter, Emilio Zapata.
Yeah, it'll all be on the screen right here. You'll see his
Zapata.
IG right here.
Yeah, and we're doing good. We're breaking 100,000 streams this year. 500,000 on SoundCloud. I don't even know how many on Spotify. I think my Spotify is the one that's taking the most tendering right now for me to grow. But everything else is booming. Instagram is booming. Yeah, I'm thankful to be here. I wouldn't be here without anybody that listens to my music. And I appreciate y'all having me for sure.
We appreciate
for sure.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This was fun.
And then, man,
Yeah.
make sure y'all comment happy birthday or happy belated birthday.
Hey, you better put some respect on this nigga name right now.
It is my birthday today. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but it's August 16th. What's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, it is Tuesday.
Put Feliz Cumpleaños in the comments.
Yeah, hey, drop Feliz Cumpleaños in the comments for your boy. I just want everybody out there to know that anything in this world is accomplishable if you make a decision to overcome the emotion of whatever the case is, whatever you're going through. As long as you decide that you're gonna take it to that next level, you will. And the only thing that will get in the way of you being successful is yourself. That's it. So stop complaining, get up, get to it, get to work. There's no reason to be fucking complaining at home.
It's a 1v1 battle. You heard it here first.
It's a 1v1 battle against you and yourself. If you're lazy, then I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you, nigga.
J Nobles.
It's on Groove.
LOY. Zapata.
World champ. People's champ. Thank you.
Hey man, we out.
Dope as fuck.
Hey bro.